Swamiji, pranam.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, pranam.
Oh, nice.
Swamiji, my question is, Vedantic vision is that physical existence is mithya, transitory, drishyam, like a dream, but neither conceptually nor experientially it appears like that. Even laws of karma propagate it to establish its reality. So how to assimilate mithyatva of this physical existence?
We should understand what is meant by mithyatvam. When it is said physical existence is mithya, it is not meant to say it is not there. But then, it is not what I take it to be there. For example, when you're watching a movie, it looks very real. Sometimes we get absorbed in watching the movie, it becomes very real, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is no, just because something appears to be real doesn't mean it is real. Now here, reality doesn't mean that I don't experience it. Reality means that it is changing. Here, mithya means it is constantly changing. It is never the same next moment. Therefore, I cannot determine what is. I determine this moment, next moment is different. And therefore, everything is transitory, everything is changing, everything is momentary, everything is nashwaram, mortal. And therefore, real means I take it to be constant, I take it to be reliable, I take it to be trustworthy. But now when I realize that nothing in the world is ever the same next moment, and therefore, how can I trust? How can I depend upon that? How can I take it to be real? What the mind is searching for is something that is real, trustworthy, abiding, lasting. What I experience is constantly changing, perishing. So mithya means which is not constant, changing, perishing, which cannot be determined what it is because you determine this moment, next moment is different.
Yeah, I understand that. But this propagation, because of laws of karma, that establish the reality. It is propagating.
No, mithya is a very systematic thing. Now, we know from physics also that the universe is all controlled by various laws of mechanics, isn't it so? The universe is controlled by various laws of mechanics, of gravity, of electromagnetism, etc. All the laws are controlling the phenomena of universe, is it not so? Universe is a very systematic functioning system, is it not so?
Yeah.
But still, the scientists tell us that all this matter is nothing but energy. You look at the matter which appears tangible, inquire into that, this is energy which is not tangible. So that which looks like this from one standpoint looks different, another standpoint is not real. So mithya means which is not real, not trustworthy, fleeting, and therefore just because the rules are there doesn't make it real. The rules are not a criterion to determine reality. Reality is that which is sustainable, which is trustworthy, which is infallible. That's called reality. Second, trust, which remains the same. So, things are changing according to rule. That's called law of karma. But even when law of karma is there, the fact remains everything constantly changing. Is it not so?
Yeah.
So just because it is systematic, that is not the criterion for deciding it is real. Even when this part is useful, usefulness is not the criterion of reality. So in our mind, we call the universe real and tangible because it is useful. But usefulness is also relative, useful in a given situation, not in another situation. So if you think of why do I think that the world is real, you'll find that it has become a habit on my part to take it as real because it looks tangible, it looks useful, it serves the purpose of my life. But that is only conditional. If things serve the purpose only under certain conditions, it does not serve the purpose under different conditions. Satyam means that which is consistent, ever remains the same, trustworthy, reliable, always serve the purpose. There's no such thing in the universe. You know what it
Thank
means
you.
is
Thank
that
you.
you cannot depend upon that. You cannot look upon the universe as a source of security, as a source of comfort, as a source of happiness, because it's changing constantly. That itself is changing constantly. How can that give you security? How can that give you happiness? How can that give you comfort? So think in the mind. When I say world is real, what do I mean? Oh, because it gives me comfort, gives me happiness, gives me security. That's why we call it real. But does it give me security? Does it give me comfort or I think it gives? Is it my notion or is it a reality? So that even if the word mithya is not clear to you, you can always ask this question, my conclusion that the world gives me comfort, is it true? World gives me security, is it true? World gives me happiness, is it true? Think about that. Only conditionally. Only when condition is satisfied, then a given thing can give me happiness, not otherwise. Something can give me happiness under certain conditions, comfort under certain conditions, security, certain conditions. Therefore, nothing is a source of comfort, security, happiness. It is my mind that projects those things upon the thing. So, it's called mithya, which appears to give me happiness, appears to give me security, appears to give me comfort, which it doesn't have. So, mithya is that which appears to be something which it is not. So, world appears to be a source of happiness, which it is not. It appears to be a source of security, which it is not. Appears to be a source of happiness, which is not. That's called mithya. Meaning that
Thank you, sir.
I
Thank
cannot
you, sir.
depend upon that for my security, happiness, comfort. That I have to see from myself, seek from myself. That's what is meant by mithya.
Thank you, Swamiji. Pranam.
Okay, all right.